Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're here for the finale of Season 1 of Delicious in Dungeon. I'm like, although I will say, I'm recording this a little bit late. Number one, I woke up late. We're not even going to talk about it, but I also had some stuff I had to do today, so I'm recording this way later than I normally do, like way later. So I have heard they have announced a Season 2, which is awesome. I'm beyond happy about that. So I'm a little less sad that we're here for the finale. I'm still sad, of course, because I want more Dungeon Meshi. But at the same time, that knowing that Trigger is going to come back for a Season 2 alleviates a lot of my worries at the end of the day. So I'm sad, but I'm also happy because we're getting a Season 2 and that's already been announced. But yeah, last episode was very good. We got Senshi's backstory. We really got into the heart of Senshi's backstory and kind of what happened, and thank God it was a hippogriff and and he was not forced to eat human flesh. Thank God. That was the biggest relief I think I've ever had in my entire life. And then obviously we had the changelings bit, which was hilarious. And now we've got Marciel is a half-foot, Chilchuk is a tall man, Laios is a dwarf, and Senshi is a elf, and then Izutsumi is a kobold now, I believe. So our gang is all switched up, so we'll have to see how that plays out and how we are maybe able to change back in this episode. I'm sure they'll change us back before the finale ends for Season 1. But yeah, also kind of tagging on to Senshi's backstory, we got some great stuff with his gang and why he decided to just stay in the dungeon after they all passed. After they were all killed by the hippogriff, he just decided to end up staying in the dungeon at the end of the day. But yeah, his backstory was awesome. The second half was super funny, and I'm very excited to see where this finale takes us. But per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord links in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions, so feel free to check out either of those of your own will. And I kind of meant to do this earlier, but I want to say a big thank you to all of you. This series is done amazing on my channel. It has been the best series on my channel for a minute now, and it's just so much fun. I'm so happy that it's this series that blew up on my channel. Like that makes me so happy, genuinely, because I love this show so much, and it makes me so happy to see that there are people who love this show as much as I do and love my reactions as much as I love watching the show. It's really a feeling like no other. And I don't do this very often, and I probably don't do it enough, but I really want to thank you guys. I don't know what else I can really say besides that. It genuinely elevates this experience of watching an anime to another level when I'm able to share my experience with you guys and with other people, and for a series like this to be the one that takes off on my channel for this season could not be more of what I asked for at the end of the day, because this show is fucking awesome and I love it so much. But yeah, enough of the sappy shit. I'll probably end up saying more stuff like that at the end of the video. But yeah, now let's hop straight into the finale of Dungeon Meshi, or Delicious in Dungeon Season 1. Last time we're gonna get this OP too, this S tier opening. Like seriously, this OP in the beginning, I thought it was good, but by the end of it here, I love it so much. It has grown on me extensively. It's so good. There could not be a better fitting opening for this show. I love how much the opening foreshadows too without spoiling anything. Like here, once we get to the chorus, there is so many technically spoilers, but you can't tell. Like there's the Golden Countries people right there at the bottom. Then all the characters you see, like here on the sides and whatever it may be. The foreshadowing in this opening is awesome because it doesn't spoil anything directly, and it's super vague about what's actually in it. But you only start to notice these little tiny details in the opening once you see them actually happen in the show. It's really well done, honestly. Then obviously Trigger taking the extra time and effort to add Izutsumi into the opening as well once she joined the gang. I think that was a great detail choice. Already starting the episode with Senshi being goofy. Oh god, that had to have hurt. Her face. Yeah, now you've got big feet, so it's not a problem for you.
一つ気になってるんだが、実年齢と外見年齢の差は26歳。戦士から見て今のライオスは何歳くらいに見える? Yeah, how old does he look in dwarf years? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. And that's why that would make sense why Chilchuk looks like an old man almost, because he's already like halfway through his lifespan as a half foot. So in human years, he's probably about like 50 to 60, or tall man years, I guess. He's probably about 50 to 60 at this point, which is a big difference from how he normally is. Oh, wait, yeah, that's a really good question, actually. That's a really good question. Yeah, this should concern you the most. This should concern Martial more than anybody else. Yeah, the average lifespan for us half-foots is 50. Martial, like, normally she has the longest lifespan of anybody in our gang, and it just got, like, drastically shortened. Even if she is technically still young, you'll be all wrinkled and die. Wrinkle Ciel, oh my god. Oh. Well, that's interesting to know. Even though the average lifespan is 50, some actually can live to like 100. Oh no! Now she's all depressed. Too convenient. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes total 100% sense. That makes sense. Because, like, realistically, with all the racial inequality in this world and all the racial segregation and everything, and how the elves kind of reign supreme at the moment, yeah, people would pay literally all of their belongings, number one, to get a longer lifespan, and number two, to change race for that, like, social status. So yeah, that would be, people would be eating these changelings up. Oh my god. So there's got to be some, like, yeah, it's either temporary, yeah, or some kind of side effect. Exactly. That makes sense. For falling, right? And yeah. What? So if it's like you transform her bottom half into like a oh my god, this goofy ass graphic. Well, yeah, you obviously couldn't return to the surface with her looking like that, but maybe the changeling could change her body back into a human body? I have no idea. What? Hiding her body in a hole? So goofy. In a village with little mana. To a smaller dragon. I like how the focus is not transforming her into a human anymore. It has become transforming her into a smaller dragon. I feel like I like having this as a possible contingency plan. I think it's great to have like a backup plan, but this should stay a backup plan. Our plan should still be to defeat the Mad Mage and have the Mad Mage transform her back into, or split the souls and make her only a human. Of course you do, man. Lyos, it's okay, we knew. Are just so unremarkable and dull. Look how they're just ignoring him. Oh, yep, Izutsume hears it too. Yeah, her little half-foot ears have been upgraded. Oh my god, more? More gargoyles, man? I guess, yeah, we technically didn't kill the other gargoyles. We just set them out the door, so maybe they got in somehow. Oh god, they're right behind him, aren't they? Yeah, they're here. Oh god. Oh my, just headbutted it. What? The gargoyle just picked up his sword. What is happening? She's just getting tossed. Oh. Because this is what would happen for Chilchuk. Okay, so wait, I just wanted to think about this realistically. So Martial in like elf years is like maybe I forget like how old they've told us she is. I know they've told us, or maybe no, they haven't. I think they've been keeping her age hidden on purpose, but I know she's pretty young for an elf. Like Martial is pretty damn young as far as elves go. So maybe that's why, maybe in like a half-foot, she's like a baby. She's like a young child in terms of the half-foot race, because she's smaller than Chilchuk right now, 100%. She looks way smaller than Chilchuk when he's in his normal form. Also, that's the changeling's gas, is it not? I thought he's just carrying her. Yeah, that's 100% the changeling's gas. Yeah, but why? Wait, are they like circles themselves? I can't. Elf Senshi is too goofy. So, couldn't we just make a ring of ourselves? Like make a ring of each other and then pass each other through the changelings? But I guess that wouldn't change them back into people. That wouldn't change them back into their original race. It would just change them into a different race on top of that. So I guess that's why that wouldn't work. Senshi's voice, man. Oh god. We're literally about to rip Marcial. What is that angle? What? Marcial's like, this whole fight has just been Marcial getting absolutely tossed around like crazy. Uh-oh. Yeah, it is stuck. Yep. I can't. Elf Senshi is too good. The hell? What, it turned into a shield? What is that? Oh my god. Yeah, he's been getting beat up and yet he's not really taking a whole ton of damage. What? And they just lifted her up. I like how this is like literally the first time we've ever seen Laios and Chilchuck on the same page. They just immediately clicked and were just like, Marcial, give me your hand, and lifted her up. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with her. Maybe, I mean, I guess if a gargoyle were to come flying at you and you like, because Marcial, they were lifting her, right? So what if they just tossed her in the air? But you have to keep your hands locked. I don't know. We'll figure out what they're gonna do. Whatever. At the end of the day, the fact that Laios and Chilchuck were just immediately on the same page, that does not happen often. Chilchuck's butt chin is so funny. Oh my god, the animation! The animation is going crazy. Fly, Marcial! Okay, wait, I totally missed that. Yeah, okay. They lifted her up and kept their hands held and then it flew through. What the fuck? What? It became a pissing statue? What? Yeah, it is over. They tied it up. Oh my god, he's washing his hands in the piss water. Yeah, he's in his face. Oh, okay. So if we wash it off enough, maybe over time the changelings will pass and we'll be back to normal? I see. Yeah. We're still just taking a shower under there. Oh my god. Yeah, he went through quite a transformation. Probably. I mean, if you wash it off like you said for people. I can't deal with Senshi's voice, man. It is too moe. The way that he's speaking, just like the slightly higher pitch, and he sounds so much more polite. Damn. Yeah, already tired of the dumplings, huh? I get it though. The reason he's getting burned like that now is because he's not a dwarf anymore. They're heat resistant. Now that he's an elf, he's getting... I'm sorry. I've paused so much in such quick succession, but that Izitsumi face took me out. That is the... I don't even know how to describe that face. That is the I'm so fucking over this face. Oh my god, the hair is still in the dumplings. Yeah, what are we gonna do with this face? Oh! I mean, I guess, yeah, the mouth is like a circle. You put it through. Fair point. That's a fair point. We did eat that entire hippogriff and nothing happened to us. Dumplings transformed by a changeling fairy ring. Yeah, we have a ton of different types of food now. Yeah, the inside of it changes as well. Man, that is such a good way to eat. Have Chilchuck's like senses been dulled or something? Oh my god. Yep, they're back to normal now. Everybody's back to normal now. I like how they're both happy that Chilchuck's back to normal because they hated the tall man version of Chilchuck. I mean, the lion has to be here, right? I mean, that's the whole point of us coming down to this floor, is that the lion is supposed to be here, right? Yeah, but it all ran away. No, you didn't lose it, Senshi. It ran away. I genuinely think that was one of the funniest bits in this entire series. In this entire series, that moment of the ham just rolling away, literally one of the funniest things. They've learned from the past where they let you keep Kensuke originally. Oh my god, it's growing mushrooms? It is literally growing changelings. Should we form a circle around him and beat him up? Is that a trolley? What is that? What? Oh, 100%. This stuff looks crazy. This looks like such high-powered tech. You know what this trolley reminds me of? The trolley from Resident Evil 2. It reminds me so much of that trolley that takes you down. God, this isn't really spoilers because it's just a trolley, but I don't know why I thought of that. It's like the same thing. You take a trolley down further in. Definitely not the path I expected us to take here. Dude, the animation has looked so good this episode, truly. Like, I mean, just this one scene of them two laying here, this animation has looked amazing. It has looked so good. Ooh. I love how I said ooh even though I don't like tea. I have a feeling I'm gonna get some comments about that. It's true. I don't really like tea. I don't think it's very good at all. Yeah, it's working. I love how Laios is getting more and more accustomed to using magic. That's awesome. He definitely doesn't. I mean, the first time we saw his backstory from Kaburu's point of view, he was literally consistently getting scammed out of money. Like, consistently getting scammed out of gold, so fortune is definitely not his aim. Yeah, he's an army deserter. Oh my god, he has seen better days. There is a fly going around him. Oh, Jesus. Aw, the fact that she insisted on joining him. Wow. So they just eventually never ended up leaving. Okay. And they met Shuro, met Namari, met Chilchuck, met Marciel, or Laios met Marciel. Fallen already knew, as we found out, God, was that episode 8? Fallen and Marciel knew her at the school that Fallen went to. What a complete lack of foresight, yeah. To be fair, I mean, I know many people in the comments have said that Laios is some form of neurodivergent or autistic, one of the two. I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed that Fallen is also kind of in the same vein. But yeah, it is very much like them to just not think about what they're going to do in the future and just go and do whatever they want to do. That's very much like Laios. But I say all that because, like, you guys have commented that several times. Now, I'm not an expert on anything involving autism or neurodivergency, whatever it may be. I don't really know much about that. That's not something I've had an impact on my life. And so it's not something I have been dealing with day-to-day life. So you guys are much more the experts in that vein, but a lot of people have commented and said that Laios is some form of one of the two. So having no foresight about anything is probably has something to do with that. Maybe that's a fair point. Hmm.
そんな週俺は1年先に村を出てしまった。魔術学校
Oh.
に入るまで、あるシルに会うまで。
She had her meals all
その
alone.
姿を思うと胸が痛くなる。
Wow. Wow. That's big for Laios. Because going back to what I just said about like the autism and neurodivergency, Kabuto himself pointed out that Laios and Faline are very disinterested in people, which obviously stems from those mental aspects about themselves that they have. But basically, I love that because despite all of that, and despite how Laios has shown that he doesn't have a tendency to pay attention to people very much, and he's super into monsters and whatever it may be, the fact that he didn't tell his sister to stay at school or whatever and let her come with him is because it is because he didn't want her to be alone again like that. I love that. The fact that he said, my heart break. Let me get the exact line here. It breaks my heart to think about it. For someone like Laios, who has no interest in people, I feel like that truthfully shows how much Faline means to him, how much he loves her and all of the above. I feel like that really showcases that bond between them. That, like, despite how disinterested in people he might be, he truly loves and cares about her. And that's not to say he doesn't, like, care about his party or whatever. Obviously, he cares about the people in his party and whatever it may be. He's just not as attentive to them as he clearly is to her. That might be the case. To never abandon her again. Someone else shows up who she wants to be with. Oh, is Martial crying? Oh. Izumi got the hell out of there instantly. Oh, the little messed up hair. Yeah. Oh. She wanted to have her meals no longer lonely. She wanted to have them with Martial. Is Izumi gonna comfort her? Oh. This moment is so sweet, but I love how they tie in comedy with Izumi's face there. She does not know how to do this. But I love that. Even so, it's very clear that Martial is Izumi's favorite person. Much like a cat always has a favorite person, and Martial seems to be Izumi's favorite person. And the way she like reaches out to comfort her. Oh, that's so sweet, because we know clearly as it's being showcased here, Izumi is bad at this kind of thing. But I love that she's still doing it anyway. Oh, she passed out. Just passed out. It's like bacon and eggs. But it looks like we can peel them apart nicely. That's Faline. That makes perfect sense. We talked about it before when Martial brought up how souls are like eggs, and that once they're combined, it is extremely hard to rip them apart without breaking the entire thing in the process. That is a good comparison there, because for Faline, she is part Faline and then part dragon, and as it was shown, her chimera form has a very distinct human part, which is her at the top kind of controlling it, whatever it may be, and the dragon part, which makes up the rest of the body, or I guess it's harpy, whatever you want to say, the dragon soul that makes up the rest of the body at the end of the day. And with someone like Izumi, she is literally, she's not like Faline where there's a clear distinct human, clear distinct dragon harpy creature thing. No, she is like completely cat and person in one. Like she has body parts of a cat, body parts of a human, but it's all like combined into one, which is why her soul is so much more entangled than Faline's clearly is with this dragon. I love that analogy because that makes perfect sense. I don't know if that's how that would work. Yes, it did. Oh, that's true. That's true. That part didn't come out of their body and then go back to being a dragon. Meat that has been digested by other creatures loses its identity. Yeah. That makes a ton of sense because realistically, like, this in the same way that if the flesh of a human is like completely disintegrated, there's no way to revive them. It's probably the same for like other creatures where if you eat them and digest it, like your stomach acid digest it, there's no way for it to go back to how it was before without some kind of black magic probably. That makes perfect sense. Where the line between life and death is blurred. That's very true. That's quite the solution. Yeah, you're basically saying we eat Falline because even if their souls are separate, she's still gonna feel all of that. She is still very much going to feel us actively eating her. Yeah, eating what is part of a person is interesting. Yeah, that's pretty grim, I'm gonna be honest. We're eating Falline. Oh my god, wow, Laios actually clapped back at them there. I mean, once again, I go back to what we were talking about earlier. We should keep the plan in mind that hopefully we can get the Mad Mage to separate their souls. We should keep that plan as our main plan. And this could be, I'm not going to say it's a good contingency plan. This could be a contingency plan. But I feel like we should still be hoping the Mad Mage can separate their souls first. Like I said, it's nice to have backups, but this is a pretty grim backup plan. Just eating Falline? Yeah, that would take forever to eat. Over a decade, that's crazy. That is crazy. Fair point, but how are you gonna convince people? I guess you could maybe convince them, and maybe them. Because, like, to be fair, all they want to do is the Mad Mage to be beaten and for them to be released. So I guess realistically, if you convince them to stick around until you maybe get them to eat some Falline and then let them pass on, I don't know. The orcs, you could probably convince them to eat that. They'd probably be fine with that. But, like, I don't know if they're gonna plan on convincing Shuro in them. I don't think you're gonna be able to convince them to eat Falline. Yeah, I don't think these two would agree to that. I just don't think so. No! Oh my god. It's so funny because Kabuto is not interested in eating monster food at all. He actually despises it. Once again, still think that should just be a contingency plan, but we'll see. We will see. Oh my god, Lyles gets so hyped when there's food involved. Even if it's his goddamn sister. These three are together here? Another big transformation. Oh, wait, the elves are coming down with us? The elves are coming down with us? Whoa! The fact that she was going to eat a monster and then the Mad Mage was like, don't do that. So that clearly shows there is definitely still a lot of Falline left in there because only Falline would be that eager to eat a dungeon, a dungeon monster. Yeah, can we think about to be planning Falline menus? Yay, time to cook. Dungeon mish. No, it's gonna end, man. Dungeon mish. To be continued. There's the announcement. Oh man. No way it's over. What a good finale. The way it wrapped up there was awesome. Such a good episode overall too. The animation looked awesome the entire episode. I also feel like this is really set up what the main plot is going to be going forward. Like realistically, if we think about it, It's like, now we've got Namari, Shuro, and Kabaru all seem to be heading down the dungeon with the elves following them. Thistle, the mad mage down there with Falling, seems to be noticing something is changing in the dungeon. As Namari described, the dungeon is undergoing a major transformation as well, which Thistle doesn't seem to be a part of? I don't know. Thistle seemed to be wondering what the hell was going on up there as well. And then you've also now got our gang, which is heading down to unleash the lion. Like, I feel like so many things are happening, and like next season could really be, I mean, obviously, of course, next season is going to be the major climax of the series, but it feels like all the parts have come into play now, and we're really going to build up to that really quickly. If that makes any sense at all. One more time with this ending. This ending also is amazing. Good episode. Good fucking awesome finale. What a great finale. That was a great finale for season 1. As I was talking about during the ending, it really feels like this season it feels like next season we're gonna hit that major climax. Like maybe our gang is gonna fight against the Mad Mage. The elves are gonna show up. Some crazy shit is probably going to go down, and I'm super excited to see it. But it really feels like, even with all the many climaxes this season has had, it feels like this season has really truly been built up. Feels like now we've got the main plot going. Now we've got our gang trying to go save Falling, which they've been doing the entire series, but now we've got our objective to kill the Mad Mage. We've got the elves coming in, we've got Kabaru, Shuro, and Namari coming in. It really feels like all the buildup has been complete up until this point. We've got introduced to all the characters, how the dungeon works, a lot of character backstories, whatever it may be. And now it feels like we're really going to hit this series is already hitting its stride. As I've described before, I love this show. This is one of my favorites ever. Genuinely, the show is awesome. But it really feels like the show is going to hit its stride and we're going to head towards that main climax that I was talking about. But overall, phenomenal finale and just phenomenal series overall. I'm so happy Trigger has announced they're doing season 2 for this. And yeah, I don't really think I have much else to say, honestly. Once again, thank you guys. Like, watching this and discussing it with you guys and having it be as big of a show as it is on my channel is like groundbreaking, honestly, is probably the best way to put it. Truly, it is groundbreaking for how much my enjoyment improved with this series. Seeing you guys' comments every episode, you guys get to correct me when I say dumb shit or when I get something wrong, or just making jokes about a lot of the jokes this show has, because the comedy in this show has been phenomenal. Truly, the show is just awesome in literally every possible regard, and I'm so glad that you guys took this journey with me on it. Because in the beginning, the show did all right, but it was in a season filled with Freerin, filled with The Dangers of My Heart Season 2, Solo Leveling. There were so many big shows that kind of overshadowed Dungeon Meshi, but then it really picked up after we got to episode 8 and beyond. The show picked up, and from then it's just been full steam ahead for this show and how it's done on my channel, and it's been a phenomenal watch. Really, the show is awesome in every regard, and I'm super excited to see where season 2 takes us. One more big thank you from me to you. I seriously can't convey my feelings enough, because this show is awesome, and the effect it's had on my channel, on how many of you guys keep coming back to watch my stuff and enjoy my stuff is awesome. Because truthfully, it makes it so much more fun when I'm able to sit here and watch a show and know that I'm gonna have a bunch of people who enjoy the show just as much as I do, enjoying my thoughts and my feelings about the show as well. It truly is an experience like no other when it comes to watching anime, and it has elevated this experience to a whole other level. But I think that's it. I really do think that's it. I'm sad that it's over, but I'm also extremely happy because obviously we got a season 2 announcement. I don't know how long season 2 is going to be. Hopefully we get another 24 episodes, but I hope Trigger takes their time and is able to animate it as beautifully as this season of the show was animated. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to talk about, so I think that is going to wrap it up for this phenomenal season 1 to Delicious in Dungeon, or Dungeon Meshi, and I hope to see you guys around for season 2. But I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.